The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. The House Quad Committee criticized the Philippine National Police for still failing to find former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque. Roque has an arrest order from the committee after refusing to attend their previous hearings on Pogos. His wife, Myla, also has an arrest order for ignoring the committee's invitations to attend the hearings. Myla has already left the country before the committee issued the arrest order. House Quad Committee Co-Chairperson Dan Fernandez said the PNP should continue looking for the couple.
Ang sabi namin, mahiya naman kayo. Kasi nagkaka-problema na kayo sa Quadcom dahil hindi nyo makita si Secretary Harry Roque. Medyo nakakalungkot on the part of the PNP.
Well, in response, the PNP said they are committed to fulfill the House Quad Committee's order to them.
What we can give right now is our commitment na hindi po natin tatantanan yung paghahanap.
And in other news, the Immigration Bureau confirms that over 12,000 offshore gaming workers have voluntarily downgraded their working visas. Gio Robles with a report.
Today marks the government's deadline for foreign POGO workers to voluntarily downgrade their work visas. Downgrading means converting their working visa permits to temporary tourist visas. This will allow them to stay only up to 59 days in the country. If they do not comply, they may be deported and placed on a blacklist.
Yung legal po na aalis ng bansa will not be blacklisted, will still have the opportunity to come back to the Philippines for legal reasons. If they have legal, legitimate reasons to go back to the country, then they may do so because they have legally followed our laws and our policies. But yung mga magpapaiwan po na matinggal na nasabi ko kanina, matigas ang ulo at hindi sumunod sa mga polisiya ng ating gobyerno, ay sila po ay madideport and mabablacklist.
The Immigration Bureau clarified that the 59 days are not meant for them to tour the country or seek other employment here. Instead, it will be given to them to prepare for their departure. According to Task Force POGO, they have fast-tracked the process to avoid complicating the departure of POGO companies and their employees from the country. They can also hold an implementation day to gather all the requirements and exit clearance.
We make sure that expedited yung proseso natin ng downgrading, and at the same time po, we are encouraging din yung mga kumpanya to avail po ng services ng Bureau and the interagency na magkaroon ng implementation days.
To make things simpler for them, para po, kumbaga, we're trying to break down barriers for them to leave. Kasi pag masyado nating pinahirapan yung proseso at marami po silang dadaanan pa at maraming opisina na kailangan bisitahin, then it provides a barrier or some challenges. Baka hindi na sila sumunod dun sa proseso natin. And just to remind those that fall under this category, the October 15 deadline was set in place para po mag-downgrade into tourist visa. Pag tourist visa na po yung hawak nyo, 59 days na lang ang meron ang isang tao para umalis sa bansa.
BI says as of last count, over 12,000 foreign nationals, most of whom are Chinese, have already downgraded their visas. But at the same time, the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission, or PAOC, is worried about the splintering of the large POGO hubs into smaller ones. Already, the agency has been targeting more than 100 small illegal gambling operators in the country.
Ang hamon talaga is napakarami hong mga nag-underground. We're having difficulty catching up. Assuming lang po na may matira after December 31. So magtutuloy-tuloy pa rin.
For its part, the Justice Department isn't too worried. It pointed out that these smaller ops won't be profitable and they will all eventually leave.
Hindi na po talaga yan feasible in terms of revenue, in terms of profit for these criminal syndicates. It is no longer worth operating in such small quantities. Kaya sa tingin ho natin, itong change of landscape from a big POGO hub to a smaller one is merely part of their winding down operation dahil ayaw naman po nila na bumalik dun sa kanilang bansa dahil siguro sa tingin nila meron pa silang ibang pwedeng puntahan. But this, I believe, is a kumbaga last-ditch effort na gumawa ng konting pera para lang pampalipas, para pag lumipat na sila, at least meron pa rin silang bit-bit na kahit konti. But this does not mean that the IACAT will let up in its efforts.
For News 5, Gio Robles, we are One News.
Meanwhile, lawmakers grill the tourism department over erroneous promos. Senator Loren Legarda mentioned one particular poster that says the Banawe Rice Terraces is in Benguet. The famous tourist spot is located in Ifugao. Tourism Secretary Cristina Frasco, for her part, admits that this was an unfortunate oversight. She said the creative agency that they outsourced was responsible for the mistake.
We know very well that the Banawe Rice Terraces does not belong to Banawe because Baguio City is Banawe and Banawe is in Ifugao. I saw this long ago. This was 2023. This year. Hindi to nanggaling sana sa inyo. It says, Love the Philippines, Banawe Rice Terraces, Benguet. You know, if there's anything that really triggers me, it's really misinformation and wrong knowledge.
We'll be back with more stories after this break. Keep it here on One News. Welcome back. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. And now for the weather, the easterlies continue to trigger rains in some parts of the country. Isolated rains are expected over Metro Manila, the rest of Luzon, and eastern Visayas. Flash floods are possible during severe thunderstorms. The rest of the country may also experience rains due to localized thunderstorms. President Bongbong Marcos pushes for more investment in disaster risk reduction management. This is what he said in his speech in the Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction in Manila yesterday. Marcos urged other countries to lay out their legal framework to properly address disaster and climate issues. He also emphasized the importance of data and financing in addressing disaster risks.
We must significantly increase our investments and develop financing mechanisms in disaster risk reduction. Sustained and predictable data and financing would help address disaster risk better.
Imbis na hanap buhay, hanap patay ang siste ng mga caretaker ng puntod. Ito kasi ang bumubuhay sa kanila, mapaundas man o hindi. At para bigyan ng mukha ang balita, Mobile Journal, Marymon Reyes.
Tuwing All Souls Day, marami ang pumupunta sa mga sementeryo para mabisita ang kanilang yumaong mahal sa buhay. Pero sa mga normal na araw, mayroong nag-aalaga at patuloy na nagbubuhos ng pagmamahal sa mga ito. Mga huni ng ibon at tunog ng mga sasakyan sa paligid ang maririnig tuwing nagtatrabaho ang 73 taong gulang na si Mang Mario. 2 dekada na siyang caretaker ng ilang mga puntod sa isang sementeryo sa San Miguel, Bulacan. Nagsimula lang daw siya noon na maglinis sa libingan ng kanyang kaanak nang may mag-alok sa kanyang maging caretaker sa halagang 300 piso kada buwan sa bawat puntod.
Ginagawa ko po, naglilinis, winawalisan, ilalampaso. Pagka po nakadama ng konting pagod, uuwi sa bahay, merienda, balik na naman. Anong po ang trabaho ko araw-araw.
Ang maliit nilang tirahan ng kanyang pamilya nasa loob din naman ng sementeryo. Kaya sigurado raw na hindi mapapabayaan ang mga inaalaga ang puntod.
Hindi po ako natakot dito kasi noong pong araw ay natutulog na rin po ako sa ibabaw ng nature rito. Ang natatakot po ako dito ay buhay na tao.
Sa gabing ito, sinamahan natin si Mang Mario sa pag-iinspeksyon sa halos 20 libingan na kanyang binabantayan. Humingi rin tayo ng permiso para kunan tsaka libutin yung mga pansyon na nandito. Ang naiipon dito lagi kada taon is alikabok kasi syempre nasa publikong lugar ito. Diba? Yung mga buhangin, kumakalat, kaya mabuti na laging lilinisin, i-maintain. Para maramdaman din talaga na yung pagmamahal sa kanila, hindi matatapos sa panahon na buhay lang sila. Sa isang pansyon naman, nananatili ang pamangkin ni Mang Mario na si Basie. Tuwing papalapit na ang araw ng mga patay, nagtitinda siya ng kandila dahil may mangilan-ngilan na ring dumadalaw sa sementeryo. Pero hindi lang daw mga tao ang kanilang nakikita. May mga ligaw din daw na kaluluwa, kaya ipinagdarasal na lang nila ang mga ito.
Sana wag niya akong guguluhin, wag nila akong tatakutin. Binubulang ko lang po sa sarili ko.
Yung kaluluwa nila, yung hindi sila, yung naaalala sila ng pamilya nila, yung mahal namin sila, yung maging panatag sila sa kabilang destinasyon, para hindi na sila yung nalulungkot. Ay kami rin, kahit naman kami, gusto din namin sumunod sa kanila. Kaya lang hindi pa pwede.
Bukod sa pagbisita at pag-alaga sa mga puntod ng yumao, huwag daw kalimutan ang ipagdasal ang kanilang mapayapang paghimlay. Mobile journalist Marymon Reyes po, hatid ang muka ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.